Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Thanks for tuning in on today. We back here on bringing you another episode on True Crime Chronicles: Pursuit of Truth. I'm here today bringing a wild story that I recently came across, and this actually is a recent one that has they have not even went through the court process yet. But I'm gonna give timelines, details. Was a wild ride. I have a video. I most likely leave the link for the video in the comments. The video is over an hour long. It gives more, lots more details of what it gives a lot of details of what happened transpired in this case with Patricia Madrid and her husband, as well as other events that took place during what was going on with this. Okay, so let's start with this. This case started as a child abuse investigation. So it started with allegations being made against both Patricia and her husband, Jamie Jackson. I want to say Jamie. Okay, Jamie Jackson. Um, and they both were charged with seven felony child abuse charges, and seven felony charges of, let's see, conspiracy to commit that abuse. And I'm gonna show the little news clip, and it gives a little summary of what the child abuse, what them being written. Then I'm gonna go into the timeline of everything of how everything took place, came out, and what had, like I said, this took some wild turns and twists, and I'm gonna get into all of that. But this first, I'm just gonna play this first little short news clip.
Need some AC help? No sweat.
Police charged two people after a months-long investigation into alleged child abuse. Patricia Madrid and Jamie Jackson are both facing more than a dozen charges now. Police say officers did a welfare check at a home in September of last year after a referral from Child Protective Services. Reports show a child had been locked in a chicken coop for long periods of time and exposed to extreme weather. Police say they took the child away immediately. However, Madrid and Jackson were only arrested and charged yesterday.
Well, here's a fun story for your Sunday afternoon. If you think that Southern Spirits is just
And y'all, this took place in Farmington, New Mexico. Okay. So as y'all heard, they were charged after something came in from CPS to the police. Of course, CPS, they get reports all the time. They took their time and did what they needed to do, and then they followed it up by passing it along to the police, saying like, "Hey, we believe this is what's going on. We believe that this needs to be investigated because there seems to be some truth to this allegation." And what the allegation was, y'all, is so outlandish. It was an allegation of one of the daughters. Okay, so let me back up. So in the household, there was those two that were shown, which Patricia and Jamie Jackson. Go back to their picture if I can. So this is them right here. Hold on. This is them right here. Okay, I had to get my right tab. Okay, boom. So these two got together, been together a little over 10 years. She has a biological daughter that she has with her ex. He has two biological children. They don't have any children together, biological children between the two of them. So you have an adult son who belongs to Jamie, and then you have his daughter, his biological daughter, and then you have Patricia's biological daughter. She's about 15 or 16. Three of them live in the house. Also, the biological daughter of Mr. Jackson, she's about 15 or 16 as well. So it's the two teenage girls, and then it's the adult son. I think the adult son is like 19, 20, so he's an adult. Okay. The girl, the biological daughter of Mr. Jackson, she's autistic, also diagnosed with ADHD. Um, More or less, I think she's kind of like high functioning because she is verbal. She can talk and all, express herself and all that. So she may be high functioning because what happened was went with to a visit with her mother's side of the family. So her maternal grandmother and auntie. If, let me see. These are the two monsters on the screen. But let me go back to this tab. Go back. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, she's not only diagnosed with autism, ADHD, she also had diagnosed with fetal alcohol syndrome. Alcohol syndrome. Her name is Georgia Jackson. Um, so I'm gonna go to the beginning of the video and play just a small bit of it, and I'm gonna stop it, and I'm gonna finish going into my explanation.
Oh, you're gonna be okay. Come in.
And it does start kind of strange because it starts, but we don't get it. They didn't give a description of what was going on. They just started the video here, and then it kind of bags up, and then it gets back to this point. So I'm not going to explain this part because it comes later, and it'll be better understood later on.
Because she has court for a stupid child abuse case that she didn't even do. It's all a lie.
She said that every morning from about 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 to midnight at night, she would have to be locked in the chicken coop.
And so, what they're speaking of about the chicken coop is not the girl that we just saw crying about her. She was crying about her mom, but not the one we just saw crying. But it's like I said, it's another teenage girl, the one who has the diagnosis, the medical diagnosis. She has the ADHD, she has the autism, and the fetal alcohol syndrome. So she's special needs, and so she's the one that was getting all of the abuse. As y'all saw, she was being locked in the chicken coop for hours at a time, not being able to use the bathroom, not being able to eat. And this is what they're talking about now. And now I get more into it, and I'm just gonna play this the part, this clip.
When I went inside, I heard gunshots, and I found the bullet in the back.
Child Protective Services received a report from a woman named
You tell me to calm down? If you do not touch me again, I will put hands on you.
The following is based on official police records, and most of the following footage has never been seen before. On September 16, 2024, Child Protective Services received a report from a woman named Kathy, who raised serious concerns about her 15-year-old niece, Georgia Jackson. Georgia, who is diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and fetal alcohol syndrome, broke down crying and revealed to her aunt that she'd been locked in a chicken coop for months. During a forensic interview, she disclosed even more alarming details, alleging severe abuse and neglect by her father, 58-year-old Jamie James Jackson, and his girlfriend, 36-year-old Patricia Madrid. On September 20th, 2024, Farmington police officers arrive at their home with a search warrant, determined to uncover the truth of Georgia's claims.
Hello, Patricia.
Okay, so I'm not gonna keep going with that. I just want to give it apart. Okay, so the reports of CPS came in from the aunt. So she had went, like I said, for a visit or some kind of way. She talked to her aunt and her grandmother. And she told them what was going on. And the auntie, she went to CPS and filed the report. Like, hey, she said she's been kept in the chicken coop. She has welts and bruises and marks. She said she's not eating regularly. Like, she filed a report for the little girl. One moment. So yeah, she filed a report for her on on about her niece. Like, hey, y'all need to check into this. She's telling me all of this abuse that she's undergoing. So she reported it. And what happened was this now what's showing now is them showing up with a search warrant to because they basically investigating the allegation. So they want to investigate search the house to see is there any evidence of her being in the coop, is there evidence of her being locked up, stuff like that. They just wanted to see what they could find to kind of tie together their case to bring the charges. And they did they investigated for months. Okay, while they were investigating, what ended up happening was they, like I said, they let me back up. So while they were investigating, doing their investigation, gathering all the evidence and everything like that, there was a press release that went out in the midst of that. And the community and stuff, everybody caught wind that these people are under investigation for child abuse and possibly facing charges. Then it was confirmed that they would be facing charges in the child abuse case. Now I'm gonna see it's some text messages. I'm gonna get to those text messages. So, and like I said, right here where I stopped the video is where they went to the house to do their investigation. And what I pretty much about to skip over is them talking to her, letting her know they was doing the investigation on child abuse, looking for the spout, or now they're saying their girlfriend or boyfriend. I put spouses, but because they had been together over 10 years, they domestic anyway, in my eyes, and in the eyes of lost a domestic partnership at this point, but girlfriend and boyfriend. So they got her outside. She went in, supposed to put the dogs up because the dogs bite. She lets the dog run out the door. She goes deeper in. And what is suspected is that she was warning him that the police was there, and maybe either he was hiding evidence or he was hiding himself, because when they went in, he was nowhere to be found at first. And they ended up finding him. Both of them ended up going to the station.
Give me James. Hey,
And this
guys,
is them
you might
getting
be in
him
here.
right here. I'm trying to get to the point at the station. And so this is them talking to them at
However,
the
their
station.
accounts will quickly unravel when weighed against the chilling evidence found in the home and on their cell phones.
Real quick, what I want to start out is, I guess,
In a series of text messages exchanged between them. In one, Patricia tells James that Georgia can't be trusted and callously suggests they build her a cage. In another, Patricia questions why Georgia is in the restroom.
The locket sure is, right?
Yeah, the padlock was right here. The chain was on the chicken coop.
While Patricia and James each denied the allegations, the truth of Georgia's cruel detainment would later be discovered in a series of text messages exchanged between them. In one,
And I'm pausing this so I can kind of go over the text message. So what this is a conversation between the two of them where they're exchanging. One is at home, one is not at home. And they were talking about how she was acting.
Patricia tells James that Georgia can't be trusted and callously
And, and this is her in the gray. And she's telling him, leave the girl alone. She can't be trusted inside the house. She steals and loves stuff. I mean, what do you want me to do? You get mad because she stands outside, but you're not up to watch her, and she can't be trusted inside. If you want to build her a cage and put her in there until you get up, do that. This is her.
suggests they build her a cage. In another, Patricia questions why Georgia
And then here that she's is asking him about this baby using bathroom. Her bathroom is 7:45 and 5 p.m. So basically she goes twice a day. Once at 7:45 in the morning, and then she's not allowed in the house to use the bathroom again to 5 p.m. in the evening. And she go, why is she in there all day? Remind her ugly ass. She's been in there multiple times. I know she was cleaning the cat litter pans, but I didn't see her on the toilet because I chased her out. So basically, he letting her know I didn't let her stay in there too long. She just did the cat litter.
is in the restroom when her bathroom time is 7:45 and 5 p.m., lending credence to Georgia's claims she's only allowed out twice a day. Other messages
And then this is another exchange. She's been up here twice bothering me. First time she said she had to use the bathroom. Second time she was looking for you and I had her start taking down the stuff for the cleaning. No bathroom for her. She's doing it for attention. Okay. So this is what really got them caught up because they left all the evidence in the phone of them discussing what they were doing to her.
From Patricia include no bathroom for her and lock her out.
And again, this Patricia in the grade, no bathroom for her. She's doing it for attention. Her own daddy never taking up for her. Okay, here she comes. She needs to do her chores and stop asking about the bathroom. Knock her out if you have to.
If you have to. In addition to the chain and padlock found on the chicken coop, another is found in the floorboard of the car Patricia was driving. The lock is eerily similar to one Patricia's.
There she goes. Simple. Lock her AN LOL. I haven't gotten it. Call A, see if they have one of these. So she literally was showing him what type of lock she wanted and everything for this baby.
Sent to James after telling him to lock her in.
We have we have a whole bunch of padlocks and everything. That circular one that you guys took from my car.
Yeah.
Routinely subjected to
And I don't know exactly what this it says. Hello. If you make the cuff too tight, it'll move around. It does that. PMS nurse wants to send EMT. Put Georgia in dog room. Hello. Who are you calling?
the cruel and inhumane punishments.
Who usually issues discipline to the kids?
Mainly Patricia.
And Jonathan, he's an adult, so we can't stay or do anything.
Okay. What about with Georgia?
George
Also showed investigators 2 scars on her wrist and forearm, which she says were caused by beatings with a studded belt wrapped in baling wire, an object not recovered during the search. A blindfold was not found. Headphones similar to Georgia's block out all light and sound.
And these are some more text messages. Maybe you should help me instead of complaining. Well, I said a while back I didn't agree. So her daddy, he didn't agree. He was pushing back on it, but he was still letting her do it. Well, she also can't be doing all the bad stuff she does either. Just like with Ted hollering at him is abuse. I agree. So what are we supposed to do? You feel sorry for her, but she's the one abusing me and everyone else. So stop. It's simple.
For hours on end. At one point, James seems to disagree with the punishment, but Patricia pushes back, stating she's the one abusing me and everyone else. Georgia recalled wearing a white blindfold.
And then this is them talking about blindfolding her and taking away her hearing. Make sure it's tight and over her ears after she's done eating backyard. So basically, this putting saying she going in the backyard when she get to eat. Tell her she's gonna get another spanking if she doesn't
With flowers and a
hurry up.
distinct pair of orange and black earmuffs. While the blindfold was not found, headphones.
Told lies with words. Several.
Georgia also showed investigators 2 scars on her wrist and forearm, which she says were caused by beatings. She wasn't provided with the
And this is him. Do I feed her? Now, yeah, ice cream and ramen. Okay. And then
same
it's
meal
saying I'm
as her
eating.
siblings. Several
Let's
texts
go.
exchanged between Patricia
What are you doing right now? Eating crackers and cheese, fixing to come down and take my pants off. Why?
and James revealed she was routinely denied food.
Well, say something to her ass like you did to me last night. When are you gonna stop accusing me of cheating? I apologize. I asked when you were gonna stop, and your apology means nothing to me, and I'm not your wife. The rest of the day, don't feed her. Don't feed her until she's hungry and asks for food or steals it. She's sore from making herself throw up, and now she's complaining about it.
Including one that reads, "The rest of the day, don't feed her, and don't feed her until she's dying for food and starving." Patricia even accuses her of stealing.
You left and she's walking around the backyard and side yard. I guess start locking her up before you leave. And he goes, dang it, okay. She was digging under the garden bed and she took into the coop. Lock her back up, starting now.
Food from the garden and tells James to lock her back up.
I will say this.
Look at this.
They have plenty of food.
Plenty of food.
In a
for the
message
baby
sent
to eat.
from James to Patricia, Georgia appears hunched over. Rather than show concern, Patricia and James engage in laughter and jokes at her expense. At one point, Georgia began having stomach cramps.
And then this time was the daddy about she hurting. And she was like, no, put on the toilet.
While James mentioned taking her to the ER, Patricia appeared to dismiss it, saying to give her Tylenol and commenting, "Damn, she's awful." One exchange suggests that Patricia was aware of the effects of starvation on Georgia. In her message, she instructed.
And this is them speaking of this gives us more time to fatten her up and let the meds Asante gave her work. See, it needs to be you getting on her ass. Yeah, evidently. Keep feeding her ice cream and 6 ramen days. So they literally was giving this baby ice cream and ramen noodles every day while they was eating pizza and everything else.
James to feed Georgia ice cream and 6 ramen meals per day, noting that she needs to look different when Roth sees her, in reference to Georgia's counselor. Perhaps unaware investigators would later find these messages, Patricia tells Detective Monclova there's a reasonable explanation for where Georgia came up with her story.
My family.
Message that reads,
I don't want to be with you if you drink. You may no, everything was not good. When Ted was here, everything was awful. Everything has been awful ever since I came in contact with George. I wish that bitch was dead with her mom. She is a harbor human. Mind you, this is a special needs child she's referring to. And there was a lot of text messages that they found and referred to.
"I wish that was dead with her mom." Because these messages wouldn't be discovered until later, as Patricia refused to give consent to search her phone without a warrant, she was allowed to return home after the interview, and James remained in custody.
History. This is been going on. The girl has been lying.
And I just want y'all to see all these text messages and stuff. And so they ended up after they took them to the station, like y'all saw. He when he was arrested, he wasn't let go just yet because they put the charge on him of I think it was a resisting arrest they put on him because when they was giving the commands for him to come out, he never came out. He actually hid. So they put a charge on him of resisting arrest. Okay. He was kept at the station. Patricia was allowed to go home that night. Okay. Later on, they did ended up arresting both of them on the child abuse charges. Both of them had a total of 14 charges each, 7 counts of child abuse, 7 counts of conspiracy to commit the abuse against both of them. Because again, it's two of them and they were conspiring with each other. Okay, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. That's called conspiracy. When two or more people agree to commit a crime and they come up with how they're gonna commit, there's conspiracy. Ain't no way to spin it. They both got charged with those counts of conspiracy and those counts of child abuse. After they were arrested, like I said, there was a press release stating that they had been arrested and actually charged in this case after they investigated for months long and came up with the evidence and had proof that they did it. They were charged. Press release was done. It's reported on the local news and social media and all of that. And according to them, they started receiving death threats and stuff after everything was released. Not long after they had been arrested and they both got out on bond, this where everything takes a turn. Patricia, her daughter makes a 911 call saying that she had been shot. She needed help. Police respond. They get there. Patricia done been shot in her head. They rush her to the hospital. She does not make it. Now, this where everything to me went even deeper down the like it went even further left because after she gets shot, Giselle, who is Patricia's daughter, her biological father comes into play at this point. When Patricia gets shot, the police instantly start looking at the girl's biological father, thinking he was the one that shot her. And I'm gonna play a little of this part of where they started interrogating him, and in the way they treated him, he instantly was a suspect number one. It wasn't we believe you did it. We just want to rule you out. Like well, it wasn't. Let me back up. They believed he did it. It was that they believe he did it, and it was more so let us see if we can put it on you versus let us see can we rule you out. Because normally when you got a suspect, I mean when you got a murder, you're gonna look at people that's close to the victim, people that had motive, people that had access, and yeah, he was mad about the whole child abuse situation and the fact that his daughter was there while all that was going on. And I guess he was scared that his daughter was a part of it or that she had been abused as well until he found out otherwise. So I don't understand why he was upset. And then they called him to the station to say, hey, we need to know what you're gonna do about your daughter. We need to have a plan when we call CPS. So they played this man. They straight up lied to him and to get him down there. But this is
Frantic 911 call that changes everything. In a shocking twist, Patricia has been brutally shot in her own driveway. As police respond, a second call, Patricia and James were arrested.
Oh, I love you.
so this is them being arrested, originally being arrested.
Love you.
We'll get through it, babe.
And now we have to go to court.
Patricia and James each posted bond and were released from custody. 8 days after the arrest, Giselle places a frantic 911 call that changes everything. In a shocking twist, Patricia has been.
So this is the timeline of everything from 2024 to 2025. So September 16th, okay, September 20th of 2024 was the search warrant. So I think this supposed to say September 16th, 2024, that she alleges the abuse from James and Patricia. September 20th, the search warrant is done. February 18th, they arrested and post bond. February 26th, she shot outside on her home. This is the timeline of how everything it started September 2024. This supposed to say 2024 right here. Somebody mistakenly put 2025. But this is when the allegations came out. This is when they searched the home. The investigation went from September to February. Then this is when they were arrested.
Brutally shot in her own driveway. As police respond, a second caller reports seeing a suspicious subject fleeing the scene.
We have another caller, and there was a male that ran on foot across the road. At the time of call, last seen wearing a beige jacket on a bicycle, wearing black pants with a black backpack with black shoes.
A man fitting this description would later be captured on local surveillance cameras. With an armed suspect still at large, Farmington police officers arrive and prepare for a confrontation. As they exit their vehicles, the teenagers' panicked screaming can be heard from the driveway.
Get my shield, somebody. Where is she? Where's your... Okay. Stand right there. Okay, watch the bullet. Okay, pull her back.
Critical information from Giselle.
Isn't when she's actually like, are you gonna let her die?
Ma'am, they're coming.
To me, I don't know why they insisted on talking to her, trying to ask her questions, as upset as she was. Plus, she's a minor, and she had just went through something traumatic, actually seeing her mom get shot in the head. So I don't know why they didn't allow just take her back to the station, get her with somebody who specializes with children victims, and let them speak with her once you all get her calmed down. I don't understand what was so important that they and I understand it was a shooting, it was a crime, it was being investigated. But with children, they have to be treated differently than adults. She was not an adult that was in a crime scene. She was a minor child. And to me, they should have treated her different.
You gotta give them some time to come because they're coming from other ways, okay? So right now it's very important for you to give us some information, okay?
Oh, she was. We both got ready this morning because she has court for a stupid child abuse case that she didn't even do. It's all a lie.
Okay, ma'am.
And she had to go to court at 8:30. And I told her.
Scheduled to appear in court at 8:30 a.m. along with Patricia. At this time, police were uncertain if James was a suspect or potential.
And as you can see, they automatically was assuming he was a suspect. As soon as they got off of him, it turned to the other guy.
The next target. Authorities were concerned due to numerous comments written in response to a press release about James and Patricia's arrest. noting it was clear the community was displeased by the allegations and the fact that the two defendants had been released. Giselle begins to float many theories for who may be responsible for shooting her mother, beginning with James's son, Jonathan.
He has a very violent past. He used to pull butcher knives on us.
Okay.
And he attacked my mom. He attacked me.
Do you know when this was? Do you know when he attacked you guys?
Like, I think it was September
of last year.
Like they, as upset as she was, they insist they want to question her. Like I don't understand that.
Okay. And can you tell me why you think it could have been him?
Because he's threatened to kill my mom and me.
He has threatened to kill your mom?
Yeah, and he doesn't like me or my mom. And me and my mom are trying, or it could be her boyfriend, James. James Jackson.
James Jackson?
Yeah, I don't think it would be him though, but my mom is trying to leave him. We're trying to get out of this house. We're trying to be separated from him and leave.
Police cleared the home, placing 19-year-old Jonathan in custody.
Farmington Police, let me see your hands. Come out. Come on out. We need to talk to you. Come on. Somebody's been shot in your yard, so come on outside. Are you the only one inside? Somebody was murdered in your yard, and we'll detain you right now.
Jonathan was taken to the police station, where he told investigators he'd been asleep when he heard loud bangs that sounded like gunshots. After questioning, he was released. Patricia was transported to the San Juan Regional Medical Center, but succumbed to her injuries before her arrival. Police searched for James, who was captured on license plate readers arriving at the courthouse at 8:11 a.m., eliminating him as a suspect in Patricia's shooting. However, he was taken into custody upon arrival due to an active warrant for failure to comply issued by magistrate court. Giselle was taken to the police station, where she spoke about mounting public backlash over the abuse allegations.
So you said a child?
With users posting now. Department announced the arrest.
See, and this is where they were. Like I said, this corroborates what I was saying about is when that timeline popped up and it said September 16, 2025. It was supposed to say September 16, 2024 is when they received the report came in to from Child Protective Services to the police, because it says this is the press release. Farmington, New Mexico, Farmington Police Department detectives have arrested 2 individuals following an investigation into allegations of severe child abuse. On September 16, 2024, detectives received a referral from Child Protective Services regarding concerns for a child's welfare. Reports indicated the child had been locked in a chicken coop for extended periods and exposed to extreme weather conditions. Detectives immediately responded, removed the child from the home, and gathered evidence corroborating the allegation. Following the investigation, on February 18, 2025, Patricia Madrid, 36, and Jamie Jackson, 59, were arrested and charged with 14 felony counts, including child abuse and conspiracy to commit child abuse. This case underscores the critical collaboration between the Farmington Police Department and Child Protective Services in ensuring the safety and well-being of vulnerable children. The investigation remains ongoing. So, yeah, they were arrested. So, this was February 18th. They were arrested. Okay, yeah, so this is when they were arrested. The report came in September 16, 2024. September 20th, they did the search warrant. February 18th, they was arrested, and then she was shot 8 days after they were arrested. So on like the 26th, she was shot.
Of James and Patricia on Facebook, public comments quickly turned hostile, with users posting, "Now put those people down. May they rot in hell and get 2 ropes."
My house address is.
You kind of match a description of a guy that we're looking for, okay? You're doing good. Do you live close to here?
Me, no.
No? Okay. Where are you coming from?
There's a bottle of fire, that's why it's probably weird.
Huh?
No.
Where are you coming from, man?
I saw one of my friends in here.
Okay. We don't care about the alcohol. Okay. Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
In the backpack?
Okay.
No, you can check it. I don't know what's going on.
Can we check your backpack?
Okay.
Yes, go ahead. I don't know what's going on.
We're looking for.
So here's what's going on, man. We had a call about a shooting. Okay. And the last thing that we were told was that there's an 18-year-old, give or take, male walking around with a backpack on.
Dark clothing.
Okay. In dark clothing. So that's why we're contacting you. Okay. As soon as we make sure you don't have a weapon or anything like that, we're going to bounce. Okay.
Officers learn that he's on his way to school, find nothing suspicious in his backpack, and send him on his way.
You have any questions for me?
No, it's just that you guys scared me so
I hear you.
drinking.
I hear you, man. We're just looking for someone that did some bad stuff. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You're good to go. Okay. Make it to school, please.
They continue to search the area, contacted investigators about the child abuse case, believing Giselle was a victim.
And this is where her daughter comes in. Let's see. Mark Sandoval, this is the girl, it's Giselle's dad, okay. And he actually called to them and said, "Hey, my daughter, I'm concerned for her welfare because she lived in that house, and I don't know if she was a victim of the child abuse or not." They told him no, she wasn't a victim. He said he filed some sort of report with Children, Youth, and Family Department, basically the department that checks the welfare of children and stuff. And this where he got the Jamie did when they said he violated a order. He got arrested for going back to the house. He was not supposed to be back at the house, and I don't know why he was the only one that's supposed that they put that on, but apparently because they couldn't be around each other, so either her or him couldn't be there, and they allowed for her to be there. But apparently he went back because it says he got pictures of the guy being there after he was released.
On the day of the murder, Mark was briefly questioned about his alibi, allowed investigators to download his phone data, and was released. But with new evidence now directly linking him to the crime, Mark has become a suspect.
And what evidence they're talking about is his pickup truck. They're trying to say, oh, his pickup truck was in the area, and his pickup truck is the one that the bike was put on the back of after the murder happened. So they, like I said, they instantly named him as a suspect. Like they said, they took him in, they downloaded the phone stuff, let him go. Now they done named him a suspect a short time later. And this is where the trickery comes in, where they say, hey, come in, talk to us about your daughter. And then they get him in there and it goes left.
Investigators secure a search warrant for his home and devise a plan to bring him back to the station while they carry it out.
We are here at the office and we'd like to try to figure out a situation for Giselle. Would you be available to come down to the office so we can try to figure this out?
So is Giselle there or?
No. It's just going to be us. Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah, it's just going to be us so that way we can come up with a plan to give to CYFD. So that way once usually when we deal with CYFD, they said, well, have you talked with them? Have you come up with a plan? I want to get ahead of the game before we do that.
Mark agrees and arrives shortly after. But tensions quickly rise when he learns the real reason they brought him here.
When's the last time you actually talked to
Giselle? Was the day her mom got arrested.
So that was what, like last week sometime, right?
Yeah, I was in rehab.
And you have a home that's good for the kid?
Well, I'm staying at my mom's right now, but there's no alcohol. There's nothing there. She's a retired teacher.
Okay.
It's just, I'm just worried. Like, I'm not trying to rip Giselle out of, I know she's going through a lot right now. But I just want her to get in some therapy or something, some counseling.
The sergeant excuses himself, saying he'll be right back. Mark waits patiently, but it isn't the sergeant who returns.
Hey, man. I'm Detective Delaney, Farmington Police. One thing we did not do yesterday, I guess Detective Montano he's not here today, but it's called the DNA swab.
I'm not doing anything involving that stuff right now. I was told to come in and talk about my daughter's stuff.
Okay.
And that's it. I don't know why I need to give a swab test.
Okay, and this is something that we do.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't
as a
done then, so
process.
now, well, yeah, if I'm going under arrest, then put me under arrest, you can give me a
You
swab
are
test.
not under arrest.
Well, then I don't need to volunteer for nothing. I came up to talk to, so, I don't know why everybody's coming in, like, you guys just bombarded me in here for some reason.
So you don't want to talk to us?
No, I don't. I want to talk about where my daughter's going with the other officer who came in.
Okay.
I was never told to come and talk to you guys.
I need you to hand me your cell phone because we're gonna seize that.
Do you have a warrant?
We're not gonna search it without a
No,
warrant.
yeah,
We can
no,
seize-
I
we
said
can seize
contact that was not nothing. Why are you seizing it?
Please hand me the phone.
Why are you seizing it?
Because we're doing an investigation.
Well, I
Mind y'all now, when he came in previously, he allowed them to search his phone to download data. Why didn't y'all do everything y'all need to do at that time with the phone? Y'all feel like y'all need to do more. Why trick him back down there and say we need a DNA swab? We need your phone and your clothes, stuff like that's too much. Like he said, y'all call me and say my daughter. Y'all won't talk to me about my daughter. Now y'all call me back with no. Now we talking to you about this. We doing the investigation. Like he said, y'all could have told him all that at first. We could have started there. Don't tell me we just coming to do A and I get here, y'all come with B and C and everything else too. Like, and I understand why he got frustrated. And then when he say I want a phone call, so I can call my lawyer. I'm not doing a swab. I'm not giving y'all my phone until I call him and talk to my lawyer. At that point, he should have been allowed to talk to his lawyer. Once, whether you detain, whether they say you're under arrest, it does not matter. They should have been. He has a right to speak to an attorney before he answers any questions, before he does anything. He has that right by law.
they have not got nothing.
It's part of the investigation.
Well, then why wasn't I told this yesterday?
We have obtained
Because
more
things-
information
things are
since
developed,
yesterday.
yeah.
You don't want to
Things are
talk to us,
developing,
which is
so.
your right,
Yeah, and
but we need the phone.
can I see the other person who was in here before you guys? Because this is why I didn't come up here to be bombarded.
Yeah, we can get the sergeant, but we're gonna take your phone.
Well, let me talk to somebody or get a lawyer in here right now, because I'm not giving nothing up. I'm not talking to nobody until I get a lawyer in here, and that's fine.
The sergeant steps back in to explain, but Mark's frustration is already boiling over, and it's about to reach an explosive breaking point.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
That's fine.
Okay.
And I'll be 100 honest with you.
Okay. This is the thing. Okay. First of all, thanks for coming and talking to me about Giselle, right? The thing is right now is SWAT team is hitting your house. Okay. Your mom's on her way over here. We're going to be talking to her. We are in the process of a homicide investigation.
That's fine. Okay? Yeah, I know.
So as of right now, you're not free to leave because we're getting a search warrant for your phone and for your DNA standards. Okay.
What?
For your DNA standards.
That's fine. Like I said, you guys got to give me a warrant. I did what I did yesterday.
Well, I'm not going to go any further.
I know, and I'm not going any further either because this is bullshit. You guys come up here, tell me, talk to my daughter, and then now I'm being arrested.
Okay.
Well, you can arrest me or get a warrant because that's what it's going to be.
You're being detained, not arrested right now.
Well, exactly, and I'm not giving you anything because I'm being detained. I don't have to give you my property.
Okay. No, you don't have to.
Exactly. Once there's a warrant, yes, that's fine, and you guys can show me the warrant, and then I will.
So this is the next thing, okay? I know the phone's in your pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
If you pull it out and manipulate it, that's another charge, and we will.
Did I pull it out? No, I haven't.
No,
have I touched it? No. I'll put it.
See, that's the thing. You automatically tell him if you go in your pocket, there's gonna be another charge. You're gonna be arrested on. He's not even arrested. So what do you mean another charge? To me, they went into this looking at him as a suspect. It wasn't, oh, we investigating. They were at this point trying to put this on this man. Just watch how this unfolds.
Right here in front of me. It doesn't matter. But I'm not giving you my phone.
That's fine. You can keep it in your pocket.
That's fine.
But you just can't put your hands in your pocket. And then one of us is going to have to stay.
You guys can stay in here all you want. I don't care.
Police would later begin their search at Mark's house, which he shares with his mother and older brother, Matthew. They begin with the blue Chevrolet truck, earlier seen on surveillance cameras.
Oh, I got all sorts of bullets for 22.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, I got more different. I got bandolier with all sorts of different calibers in it.
Okay. Where did you find it?
What was that at? In the back seat. So he's got like 22 long rifle, 45 Colt, and then 7.62, all in this bandolier.
However, none of the bullets matched the .380 casings found at the scene of Patricia's murder. They move their search into the house, where they'll make more than one intriguing discovery.
He's got the filings for Patricia's stuff in here. for the recent stuff. So what is this? This is a order sending conditions of release with her address. He's got a case filing conditions of release for Jamie Jackson.
Officials are already aware that the release of Patricia and James from custody 1 week ago drew widespread public criticism, and Mark's own admissions in the interrogation room show he shares the same frustration.
Kid who got beat and tortured, and you guys didn't do. A kid tortured in a chicken coop. Really?
Let's
let him out.
That's not on us.
I know, but it's the system.
It is the system, right? But that's not on us.
I know.
The investigator that investigated that crime did a good job.
I know. I was talking to him right now, and you guys came in and up.
Yeah. Well, we're not. I don't want to make you upset.
Oh, you did. This has been upset since I got out of rehab. Found out my daughter's mom and child abused somebody for 14 offenses. My daughter was in that house. Did you tell me to calm down?
I'm not trying to tell you to calm down. Just.
The detective informs Mark they need to do a routine pat-down, but things only further escalate.
My concern is this crime involves a gun. Okay, no one searched you coming in here.
And this where I'm going to keep stopping it. But to tell him we got to pat you down. He'd have been sitting in his room all this time waiting on y'all to get a search warrant and all that. And y'all come here and go, we need to pat you down because you didn't get searched when you came in the door. Everybody in their right mind know when you go to a police station, you can't go in there armed because they got metal detectors at the door. He came in the front door. There's no way he has a gun. I don't know why they trying this BS. But like I said, they, to me, was looking at him as the prime suspect and killing her from the jump.
I'm gonna pat you down.
No, you're not gonna pat me down. I don't have a gun on me. You're not gonna pat me down.
For my safety.
For my safety, I don't. You can tell I don't got a gun.
I can't tell.
I'll roll my sleeves. I'll drop my drawers for you. You're not patting me down.
So we can do this another way.
Then get a warrant.
Because at this point,
yes, I'm gonna make it hard. I got nothing on me but my cell phone, my wallet, and a vape.
Okay, well, I need to verify that.
I'll pull it out for you.
So this is going to happen two ways. Either you
then get a warrant.
You can either stand up
and
let the cat search you,
get a
or we're
warrant.
going to have to put hands on you.
Why? For what? I didn't do nothing.
You're not cooperating.
Yes, I am. I came up. I'm not. You said I'm being detained. I don't have to give you nothing. I don't have. You guys let me in the door. You don't have the right to search me.
For our safety, we do.
Get a warrant.
This man know his rights, and I hope he consulted with a lawyer after this because he's definitely right. I'm not under arrest. Y'all ain't got no search warrant or anything, but y'all expecting me to give up my phone. Y'all expecting me to get the search. Y'all expecting me to give y'all a DNA swab. Like everything that a person under arrest does, y'all expect. And this is the thing, like he said, I don't have to agree. I'm not under arrest. A person that gets under arrest and charged, then you can compare them for it. Then they have to give up DNA and stuff like that as part of the crime they're charged with. He was not charged at this point. He was simply there to talk about his daughter. And they decided to detain him and say, hey, you're detained, you can't leave unless you give. And this is the thing, they was you can give us what we need, or we're gonna detain you and get a warrant. He said, no, get a warrant. Go through getting a warrant, which is which is his right. They can't force nobody. That's just I voluntarily came here to talk to y'all. Y'all don't have if y'all had evidence to charge me, y'all would have picked me up on the charge and say you charged with her murder. Not call me and say, come talk about my daughter to trick me down here just to say you're detained and now we want DNA swabs and all of that. This and I'm glad this man knew his rights and he stood up for himself. I'm glad he did that.
I don't care. Because I came in, then arrest me. Then you guys are wrong. You know what?
Just stand up.
This is wrong.
We're just going to.
This is wrong. You guys have no right to touch me.
Just
no, man. You guys are wrong. There's no right to do this. It's just wrong, man. There's no warrant or nothing. Like, look, hey, tell me. Let me go.
We will as soon.
Let me go.
I'm not holding you.
No one's.
There's nothing on me. You know that. This is bull. Man.
Have a seat.
Man, get off of me.
Have a seat.
Get the off of me.
Have a seat.
This is bull. You touching me.
Have a seat.
Don't touch me.
Hey, listen to me.
You know I don't touch me.
Listen to me.
What?
Do you want to sit there without handcuffs on?
I ain't doing You know I don't got nothing on you. If you do not touch me again, or I will put hands on you.
If you do not calm down, you're gonna go into cuffs.
I ain't doing it. You're the one who grabbed me.
This is gonna happen. We're just gonna watch you, okay?
Why do you have to have nothing on me?
We just
Put hands on me.
We just had to make sure. I already explained why we did that.
So I explained to you I got on me.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
And like, where did that come from? I don't trust you. You've never even met this today, your first time meeting this man, and you're gonna look at him and say, I don't trust you. What is it that he did that make you not trust him? Like, that's what had me confused. Telling this man they don't trust him. And he ain't even a suspect or nothing. Huh? No, I'm gonna lie. He ain't tell me he wrong. Okay.
Hey, we can agree on that.
Let's get you one man here for
Have a seat.
Get the out of here. Get him or get me Weston or get him worried.
Mark, that's what we're marking on.
All right, then don't come back in here.
Mark, what's gonna happen? We're just gonna keep an eye on you, okay? Just don't.
You have no right to grab me and touch me and hold me. I'm not being held. I'm not being charged.
Okay.
So why am I being searched?
Sit down, okay? Just calm down for a
No,
second.
why am I being searched?
Make sure you have weapons, okay?
Turns up, baby. You think I'm gonna come into a police station with weapons?
Sit down. Okay, just calm down, man.
Where the I need a search warrant. I need a lawyer. I need a phone call to call a lawyer now.
As officers search Mark's bedroom, which he shares with his older brother Matthew, they locate another piece of evidence related to the child abuse case.
Oh, crap. Hey, come take a look at this. Where's Brittany at with the camera?
I don't know. To me, it seemed like they wanted this man to be. They wanted this on him bad. They was trying their best to find something to put this on him. Cause just listen at this.
Whose house is that?
Nice.
It's Jamie's house.
It says exhibit for restraining orders.
The box contains photos taken by police during the child abuse investigation. Although both Mark and Matthew were prohibited from owning firearms due to their felony records, multiple guns are found in the bedroom, including a rifle under one of the beds and a small caliber revolver in a drawer. However, neither matches the gun used to shoot Patricia.
Can I smoke in here?
No, sir.
What happens if I do? You gonna take me out to smoke?
I can clarify with a few.
I'm not being detained. I'm just being detained. I need to smoke a cigarette. You're gonna hold me in here. It should be a smoking room. Or take me out to smoke a cigarette.
We're trying to work with you.
Okay, sir, I'm Sergeant Olson, Farmington Police Department.
You're the sergeant?
I'm one of.
Can I make a phone call?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
You're being detained right now.
For what? I can't smoke. I can't use my. Then arrest me.
We're getting a search warrant for.
Then arrest me.
No, you're being detained.
Well, how long do you have to detain me for?
Until we get the search warrant.
So then, yeah, that's how you get the search warrant. So you pretty much then just arrest me.
No, you're being detained.
You can stand in there and watch me piss. You can hold my all you want.
What'd you say, Sarge?
Wide open with you in it.
Yeah. No washing your hands.
Why?
Because I said so. No washing your hands.
I'm not really doing. I'm washing my hands. What the? I can't wash.
Don't wash your hands. So basically, they saying they think he got like I said. They went into this getting him down there because he was their suspect. He did this. We just got to gather the evidence so we can arrest him. That was that. You could tell that was their train of thought. They didn't let him leave. They don't. You can use bathroom, but you got to start him door wide open. We're gonna watch you. Don't wash your hand, basically, because we getting the warrant to get anything we need from you. So we're gonna swab your hands and all of that too for gun. Like they went into this dead set on him being the suspect, dead set on we just gathering evidence against him. Not we're trying to rule him out. We gathering the evidence to charge him. It's the way they were acting.
No.
Why?
Because I told you so.
Why? Give me a reason.
You're applying for a search warrant.
So you're applying.
Okay.
Yes.
Until then, okay.
They're washed.
Okay, go back in the room.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anything else, Master?
Go back in the room.
Finally, a search warrant is obtained with a judge's signature, a copy of which is given to Mark.
I'm not. You know, I got a copy. I want an original document. That's what.
Don't tense up.
Man, don't twist it. God damn.
Thank you for calling.
You're a piece of.
We're just doing this.
I know! So calm down!
If at any point you want us to explain to you what's going on, just let me know, okay?
Oh, I've been trying that all day!
Just try to explain to you and you start screaming.
Yeah, because you're arm!
When you're done interrupting me, I'm happy to explain to you what's going to happen.
We've already explained.
Stand right here. Turn the other way. Turn out.
Which way?
Face this way, man.
Well, there's like 5 different ways.
They'll be in here in just a minute to do the DNA.
In accordance with the warrant, a technician takes multiple photographs, performs a gunshot residue test, and collects Mark's DNA.
Sample my...
What do you mean a sample?
Sample my third.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you everything else.
The next part that we're collecting is your clothing.
Including but not limited to pants, underwear, shirts, socks, shoes, or others. So what? I'm supposed to get butt naked?
So we have this tie-back suit that we're going to put you in, okay?
God.
So we're also going to collect your glasses.
What was to see?
This what got me. What did this man eyeglass have to do with somebody getting shot? Ain't no gunshot residue gonna be on no goddamn eyeglass. They just ticked me off when they took that man glass and he said, "How am I supposed to see?" And they didn't even give a damn.
You want my hairband too?
After tossing his hairband on the ground, officers collect that too. With the search warrant complete, Mark is allowed to leave. But a shocking discovery the following day changes everything, turning the entire case on its head. At a dump site, investigators find a bicycle similar to the one seen in the surveillance footage. They also locate a discarded .380 handgun, ammunition, a red gas can, and clothing, including a tan-colored jacket.
Oh, hold on. No. Another gun? Nope. Another what? Nope. Magazine. Even better. Even better. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Glasses. Prescription glasses.
Curiously, Mark's glasses are already in police custody.
Exactly. So when they found them glasses, they were trying to make it seem like no, they said his glasses. Again, they were dead set on that this man was a suspect. They found them glasses and instantly said, "Oh, his glasses." They was ready to put it on that man.
A licensed optometrist compares the prescriptions for the glasses taken from Mark and the ones found at the dump site, concluding that they don't match. This leaves investigators grappling with the possibility that their prime suspect may not have been the one who pulled the trigger. In addition to the items at the dump site, investigators locate a pair of shoes that look brand new. An officer heads to Walmart with a photograph of the shoes on March 3rd, following a trail of clues that will soon lead to a stunning revelation.
You got time?
We have, yeah, it's a homicide, so as much time as we need.
All right, so I'll tell you what. Let's take this picture. Let's walk to the back.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find the shoe. And we can scan the shoe, and you can actually see the last time it was sold.
Sweet. They head to the shoe aisle, find a matching pair, and return to the security office. There they discover a pair of these shoes were purchased one day before the murder.
Oh, and a gas can. We have a gas can in the photos. Yeah.
However, when they review the corresponding footage from the purchase, the man buying the items and paying with cash is not Mark, but his older brother, 40-year-old Matthew Sandoval, further identified by a distinct tattoo on his hand. On March 4th, Matthew is taken to the police station for the execution of a search warrant. They would later learn that the glasses found at the dump site were an exact match to a pair Matthew had purchased the year before. He remained silent at the police station, leaving investigators with little hope of understanding his motive. Matthew Sandoval was formally charged with first-degree murder, willful and deliberate, as well as tampering with evidence. He's being held without bail, and a trial date is set for October 20th, 2025. As of now, Mark Sandoval has not been charged with any crimes in connection to Patricia's murder. For his role in the case surrounding 15-year-old Georgia, 58-year-old Jamie James Jackson was formally charged with 14 felony counts, including...
So yeah, this case took a lot of twists and turns. I got to come back shortly, but it was wild. But yeah, this case took a lot of wild twists and turns, and it's actually still ongoing. Um, the brother Matthew Sandoval never gave any statements or anything like that. He invoked his right to not speak and to have a lawyer present. So they went on ahead and got him charged and booked. The other brother, the girl Giselle's dad, he's not locked up or anything. I don't think he was, because they didn't mention that he got locked up for anything. They had like they were trying to put the murder on him, but they couldn't. Um, But yeah, this case took a lot of wild turns. So it started with a child abuse investigation. Them investigating Patricia and James. I'm just gonna say James because they call him Jamie James. So Jackson, yeah, James Jackson. I'm just calling him James like they were calling him in the video. It started with him and Patricia being charged with in the child abuse case against his biological daughter, and ended up in not only the charges for child abuse, ended up with her being shot in the head, and then her ex's brother ended up in jail for her murder. We still don't know, no more. We don't know if he did it because he heard about the child abuse and stuff. Maybe he was gonna get both of them, but since she was the only one there, he got her. We don't know. We'll find out more when everything goes to court and everything like that. Because like I said, it's still fresh and new. Uh, as you can see, I don't know if y'all can make it out, but March the 4th, 2025, is something got found in court. And in the latest, I think they had, let's see. I'm trying to see what was the last. Okay, the last thing they had was him in court. Let's So yeah, he appeared. He went to court at the end of March, and so all of this is still fresh and new. Let me see. 'Cause I didn't look at this. I'm gonna have to come back in a little bit and let's see. Let's see if I search her on here. What comes up? And then people reporting it wrong. It wasn't even his child that was kept in the chicken coop. But yeah, I might it's gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. But what this calmed down, like I said, this was one when I watched the video, and what I'm gonna do is leave a link for the video in my comments so that we can go back and watch it. Let me do this. I mean, but people can, if they decide they want to go back and watch it, they can. Let me get this link. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can. Okay, so I can put that in the comment. Okay, there should be the link to the video. Okay. But yeah, that's the link in case anybody want to go back and watch the full one, and it's an hour long. Anybody wants to go back and watch the full hour long video, it's linked in the comments. It should be there still when I end, and I'll double check it just to make sure that it's still there when I end. Um, Again, this was one that it took me for a loop. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting it to go where it went. I really wasn't. Um, if I hear any updates, I'll come back with the updates. Again, the video is linked. The link to the video is in the comments. If anybody want to go back and watch it, it's over an hour long from start to finish. It talks about what happened when they investigated up until the point of her getting killed in the investigation into her murder, and the arrest for the guy that killed her. And again, just to clear up, because I saw a few people posted this on Facebook, caption was misleading. So the guy that killed Patricia, it wasn't his daughter that was kept in the chicken coop. It was his niece's stepsister. So she was at one point married to Matthew's brother. They divorced. She had custody of the daughter because she was in he was like the brother said the guy that she was married to, he went to rehab. But and it also was not his niece that was abused. Um it was James's daughter that was abused, his biological daughter. Her mom was deceased. She died years ago. She was sick. She passed away. He instantly moved on with Patricia, him and his two kids, and Patricia, her daughter, all moved in together. His biological daughter is the one that was being abused. I know this case takes a lot of twists and turns and there's a lot to digest, but let's make sure we are reporting the correct information. It was not Matthew's daughter, his biological daughter that was abused. It was his niece. It was his brother. I'm sorry, his niece wasn't abused. It was his niece's mom. She was charged with the abuse of her own her own stepdaughter. She was not charged with abusing her own daughter. She abused the special needs stepdaughter of the guy she was living with. So no, it was not his daughter that was abused. It was not his niece that was abused. Yeah, he knew Patricia because she was married to his brother. So it was his sister-in-law. She was abusing her stepdaughter, the biological daughter of the guy she was with at the time. So people were reporting it wrong. And I understand it can be confusing to digest everything, but they give you a chart and a breakdown in the video as well if you need that. But again, Patricia and James were charged with child abuse for abusing James's biological daughter who was special needs with fetal alcohol syndrome, ADHD, and autism. She had all those diagnoses. They abused her, locked her in a chicken coop. She was made to be out there in the summer, winter, fall, spring, no matter the weather. They had her locked out there in that coop, even if sometimes made her stand outside next to the swimming pool in the wintertime. Like it was a lot. She was beat with belts and stuff. She was starved. They didn't feed her. They would notice she was losing weight, and then they would knew she had to meet with her counselor, and they would go, "We need to make sure we feed her. Make sure she's not looking all small and thin when she meets with the counselor." It was discussed in text message between James and Patricia. This was an ongoing thing. They did this for a while before anybody knew about. Before she finally broke down and told her auntie and her grandmother, and they stepped in and called CPS. I hope this baby is now in the custody of her aunt or her grandmother and being loved and taken care of. No child deserves this. And then to think this baby has all these medical conditions that she's dealing with. And on top of that, instead of taking care of her medical conditions the way they supposed to, they just abusing her and not caring about her. When it's the other girl, she's in the house, she's going to school, she's being bought food and clothes, and she's been fed and clothed, and she's sleeping in a warm bed every night, and this baby's in a chicken coop year round in a chicken coop locked in with padlocks on it. That's wrong all the way around. But again, I ain't gonna hold. I'm finna get up off of here. We done went through this video. I skipped through a lot of parts in the video. If y'all want to go back, again, I'm gonna link it. It's gonna be in my comments. Y'all can go in the comments and watch the full hour-long video if y'all like. If y'all won't feel like y'all need more information, y'all can. If I get any updates on this, I'll come back with the updates. Again, thank you all for tuning in. It's been another episode of True Crime Chronicles Pursuit of Truth. Thank you all for joining the channel, tuning in and watching today. Until next time, good night.